Yo, I'm Spaghetti36, and we all love investing in Counter-Strike items. It's such an easy and accessible way to make returns that rival and normally surpass that of the stock market. And then that begs the question, is it better than the stock market? Well, there's a couple ways that the Counter-Strike market has not beat the stock market yet. The first and one of the biggest problems with investing in Counter-Strike is that items are illiquid, and that means they can be difficult to convert into cash quickly, and it becomes significantly more prominent when you have large amounts of money invested into the game. Take Paris for example. If you wanted to invest $5,000, which is not an absurd amount when you're talking about the stock market, and you are doing it during the Paris major sale, which means every capsule is 35 cents, it would equal 14,285 capsules. And that is an absurd amount of capsules to 1, keep in your inventory, and 2, sell once you're done with them. And with a stupid amount of supply like that, a lot of the time you either need to undercut the market so that you actually get people to buy them, or you have to slowly sell off your supply, which might just be more painful. And don't even get me started on paper sticker investments. Now, the one way to circumvent this problem is just to invest in more expensive items like older cases or stickers. And while yes, this does make it a lot easier to sell off, you normally don't see nearly as good returns from those expensive items compared to the cheap ones like sub $1. Now, the second point is something that everyone with money in the game should know, and that's the unpredictable nature of a video game. With Counter-Strike's good past and CS2 on the horizon, the market's trajectory looks promising, but is still not certain, and is completely subject to change. A good example of this would be case drop rate changes, or they bring a rare case back into the active drop pool, or Valve makes the next major have borderless stickers for the 4th time. The point is, there's always some sense of gambling when putting money into CS, especially when you compare that to something like the S&P 500, which is tied directly to the American economy, and I can assure you with a good amount of certainty that that's not going to tank to zero anytime soon. But to Valve's credit, they have done a very good job at handling it over the past 13 years, not interfering with any of the old stuff and letting the market grow. So there is some faith to be had. But all of these points are nothing when compared to the dependence of investing on the game's popularity. And while some high-tier items will survive the ups and downs of the player base throughout the year, a lot of the more liquid items don't have the same luxury. And luckily enough, we've had a consistent player base increase for quite a while now, and that's led to a booming market. But normally whenever the player base takes a hit, so does the market. And so what happens when the game starts dying? Which I'm not saying is anytime soon, but it is inevitable. And at that point, I don't think investing in Counter-Strike will be nearly as popular or profitable. But yeah, there's many caveats to investing in this game, and I think it's important to stay aware of them if you're putting any amount of money into it. That's all. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment leaving some feedback, as it's always appreciated. Bye bye.